Sunday, President-elect Trump again raised questions about voter fraud this year. Little evidence has come out about illegal voters voting. True the Vote compiled 1,262 cases of voter fraud since the 1990s and found only 7% were impersonation. Instead, I went to Appalachia to learn a little bit more about a more pervasive kind of fraud. These are not undocumented or unidentified voters voting, but legitimate voters who've had their choices unfairly weighed by vote brokers like Rocky Adkins. Rocky Adkins was arrested in 2004 for vote buying. A practice used to be much more common here, infamously giving John Kennedy a key 1960 primary victory in West Virginia. Although the Justice Department has had success suppressing this practice, Rocky Adkins was approached just this year to be part of a scheme. He's demonstrably camera shy, but he's agreed to tell me for the first time ever what it's like to buy votes in his small area surrounding Harts Creek, West Virginia.
I don't do nothing wrong. Now, used to be I did. I'd buy votes. The sheriff was 10,000. You'd have to buy your own signs.
Vote buying has existed in West Virginia for longer than living memory, according to federal judge David Faber. In the early 1900s, coal companies handed employees ballots that were already filled out. In time, this morphed to slates, which are lists of suggested candidates that were either clipped to cash or wrapped around small bottles of booze.
I wasn't giving out nothing but slates. Suggestion slips, and give a nod for another guy to pay. But they voted my way.
Vote buying factions were run by prominent area businessmen and political families. I asked Adkins if he thought better politicians were elected now or back when he was more free to buy votes.
The best ones before, because they helped Harts Creek and helped give a lot of people jobs in here. The bosses of the faction, they own big construction companies. I would get them in to work. I've helped hundreds get jobs. I run an honor system. I trusted the people that I took care of to vote. It's like that one guy, I was against him. He run for sheriff, and he was paying $100 a vote. I said, well, take our money and go ahead and vote for me. And they did. It's called double dipping. Put a lot of them up to do it. They never had no witness. I bought a vote. Nobody will tell on me. But the Fed kept their eyes on me. They was buying votes, they didn't even know it. Yeah, I was kind of guilty. Yeah, I got put in jail.
Rocky Adkins slates have become suggestion slips, which look just like slates, but they're legal and put together by the local Democratic committee. He still helps people find jobs, although no longer explicitly for votes. And he still sees himself as a community advocate. Richard Ojeda was just elected state senate, and Adkins made him promise to rename the bridge after local Vietnam dead. Otherwise, it would be his last term. Here in Lincoln County, the 2013 per capita income was just under $18,500. 1/4 of its people live below the poverty line, twice the national average. Adkins had great luck buying votes with money, liquor, jobs, but he felt the greatest currency he used was paving roads. As the polls closed, the rains came down. Rocky Adkins went with friends to the community center he helps run to listen to the returns on the clock radio. Of his 12 suggested candidates, 7 won.
I figure if you help somebody, they're going to help you. Who else they got to turn to? How else can you help a poverty area like this? Unless you help somebody get a job and help their family. Or keep them from walking through mud. I don't think there should be no kid wading mud to go to school. Or any kid go hungry. A man don't enjoy it. Helping somebody ain't much of a man.
My name is Anna Leah. You can read more about Rocky Adkins here. I'll be back next week with another video. In the meantime, thank you for subscribing, sharing, telling me what you want to see. Thank you, and goodbye.